God need a man. My name is Juliana. I am remain Juliana Tieku. God need a man before any society or a company or family that will succeed, which means a man devoted himself for it. There's a man that's work on it. There's a man that God used for that project. There's a man God will use for that company. So God have a lot for a man. When the family, any family that's struggling for the poverty for a long time and nothing changed, which means God didn't have any man. Prayer cannot do anything unless a woman being a man devoted himself that God will use. So if God see the dominion, if God see value in that man, he will use him in that family or project or company. So the time that God wants to use Joseph, the Egypt, Joseph, God used Joseph to succeed what he wants to do in Egypt. See Daniel, God used Daniel. God used Elijah. So God wants you, he wants to use you. So if you know God, if anything happen in any house that they say God, they see God hand and God deliver them or God do miracle, which means God, somebody is in that house that he is valuable, value for God. That's why God can visit that house to do anything that you want to do. So if you don't have altar in your house, God cannot visit that house. So if God, you don't have a place in that house, you cannot come and do anything miracle in that house. So God needs you to have an altar for him. He needs you to use you. If you have, you will give yourself to him, he will use you and he will use you as a miracle. Any church that you see a miracle flowing every day, which means God will have somebody as a man of God that is he have value in that man that he can use for that miracle. So if you are there, I'm telling you today that if your family, nothing is changing, which means nobody is ready to open for that family that God should use to change that poverty, to change that problem, to change that disease. Unless somebody release himself that God should use, then God will use and deliver that person. So you are important in the God hand. You said that you are clay in his hand. So if you give yourself to him, he will mold you. He will use you. So who you are in the God's hand. I'm asking you today, who you are in the God's hand. The company that you are, do you release yourself that God should use for good thing? The place that you are, do you release yourself that God should use for good thing? That department that you are, do you allow God to use you for them? It's not everything that is physical, but you maybe can use it for prayer. God can, through you, God can do miracle in that church. Through you, that God can use and do miracle in that company. Through you, the department that you are, God can use you to do a miracle in your family, and you will touch many people. So when you release yourself to God, God will use you. God didn't depend on your abundance, your property. It depends on your heart. It depends on you. What do you have for God? Do you give yourself to him? When the God want to deliver Sodom and Gomorrah, he want to destroy the Sodom and Gomorrah, he need a man to deliver his people there. That's why he used Abraham. And Abraham deliver Lot from that land. So God is ready to do a miracle.